they'll be calling you a radical. So back to the salmon numbers. I just got back from Bill Gates' fucking. That's a freak show up there, boy. I'm telling you, that is the creepiest thing in the fucking world. Right there, as you get, it's in the middle of nowhere, right off 18. You should see their goons they have for fucking young security guards, and I mean goons. It's creepy as creepy there. I mean, in the middle of fucking nowhere, right there where the fairy tale factory is, the jackalope factory, giant signs everywhere says, caution, high winds. Wind sower. I mean, it's, when's the country going to wake up and realize that these CIA rats have fucking hijacked the country? It used to be in the old days. You all remember when Kennedy, John, said about the CIA? Remember that? I can't believe how you've traded in your wealth for some psycho freaks you never fucking met. It's imperialistic wealth. Capitalism, socialism, it's imperialism. And Bush dumb, Obama dumber, gotta tell you. Don't know what Hanford is. Jimmy Kimmel, right before I left house. Did you ever get a call in the middle of the night? Like Hillary's ads? Now, which one's dumber? Jimmy Kimmel or fucking, well, his writers, him, or, oh, Bummer Dumber? Gotta tell you. Don't know what Hanford is. So, did you ever get a call in the middle of the night? Yeah. Of course I did. I'm the President of the United States. Like, can you give an example? Like when Fukushima happened. What Fukushima? You know, the typhoon. Just an earthquake that was so fucking radical, so strong, so big that it moved the axis of the earth. The tsunami alone killed hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. The fucking nuclear disaster is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. And they've got all of you believing the fucking sheep that one at Chernobyl is more than three at Fukushima, which is really 11, 311, fucking no whatsoever. I did my undergraduate work right there. And fucking, well, and my postgraduate work. The last of the organic at Weber State, the only fucking buildings left, the science building, back when we had fucking biologists. Now we have bootlickers. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a fucking cake? I'm a marine biologist. What's Fukushima? So let's get back to the KENAI. It's such fucking important numbers there. The KENAI had the lowest fucking salmon runs probably in the history of fucking Mother Earth last year. They had record returns up until, on the Chinook, up until 2015. 15 record returns. 2010, 11, 12, record. Bigger than me, beasts. Fucking as big as me. I'm not a Mimi, I'm we from the sea. I'm a Chinook. First came the god of salmon. How will I live? Then came the god of water. The lowest in history last year, 1975. For the day? No. For the week? No. For the month? No. For the year? Year's half over here in a few days. Still waiting for the Supreme Court First Amendment cases on fucking, now they've hijacked fucking the pioneers of fucking YouTube. Remember they used to call themselves the Great Equalizer? Hijacked by that. What's the three branches of government, kids? CIA, NSA, CFR. The CIA has completely hijacked this country. And you got two imperialist fucking debtor presidents. There's no difference between these two. Fucking, I mean, probably the two worst presidents we ever had. Well, Obama Dummer's right there. Bush, I mean, progressively this century we've got Saddam Hussein. These puppets. Just remember, the mainstream media and alternative media, they got control of the internet. Ha, I'm Trump. I just found out about that shadow banning shit. This is in 2018, 2019. I just found out about it. When he's the guy that signed the bill to create shadow banning. Remember net neutrality? That's when my view count started to squash. I was so good at what I did. That, I mean, I did a BIS degree here. I did fine art, the #1 finance school in the country. I was the fucking Bill Russell here. And biology. I used them all. I still do. But we don't like diverse thinking people. We want fucking great inflation, fucking good fucking puppeteers. Used to Google Fukushima meltdowns. Used to Google the Salmon collapse. Used to Google all this said subject matter that was related all to one event, 3/11. Where'd you sleep last night? Don't you lie to me. You slept in the dead fucking pines with the suns of Fukushima, Japan. They always shine. 19 to 20. I knew from my background that YouTube's search engine was completely based on retention, not view count. I knew that. I mean, because the reason they did that, because clickbait. Remember what people used to put, sexual content on their thumbnails in order to get, and it worked, but they wouldn't stay. So I knew that the visual genre is millions of times stronger than the written word. I knew that. Subliminally, why do you think? I mean, Orwell fucking taught me that. 1984 on Balco on chemo. Well, Orwell, that book was written in 48. Wasn't that the same time the CIA was invented? Same time network TV came out? Oh. Where's Winston's girlfriend? Read the book. That's where she's at. I got news. 2 + 2 is still 4. 19 of the 20 on the sidebar would be Kevin Blanch. I was competing with Reuters, BBC. Remember Miles O'Brien after he got his arm, went to Fukushima and had to have his arm amputated? And that piece that was on there, there was a comment I left, and this is no shit. The comments on that comment had several thousand. I mean, they even scrubbed my comments from the fucking internet now. I mean, that's been their thing. Who? The CIA? I don't believe in violence. They do. So you don't think Bezos, Gates, fuck these imperials are all running this? Then you're not paying attention. Edward Snowjob, that con man, special forces, Twiggy. Yeah, they record fucking guys with legs this big that can't bench press fucking 100 pounds. Yeah, that's a spell. I don't think so. Just remember this, because I said on March 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 2011. Just remember this as you look back 12, 13, 11 years from now, from today. You look back. Remember what I told you. That video's out there. Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. No, he didn't. And they full well knew this, right? They prayed him out on Sunday morning TV. Windy. They prayed him out on Sunday morning TV. Colin Powell. When he full well knew that was a lie. Because they're CIA puppets. For whom the bell tolls. Pat Tillman fought up 9 million Sicilian Al-Qaeda in fucking valor. Yay, heroism on Balco on chemo. No, he didn't. His own man fucking killed him. At close range. I am Pat fucking Tillman, his last words. George W. Bush won Florida and fuck 2000. No, he fucking didn't. Supreme Court? Fuck, Supreme Court's been a joke for fucking decades. It's even worse. How many votes did it take to be president of the United States? 6. 5 Supreme Court justices and your daddy that fucking put him there. Oh, we don't have time to count. You know, that was the ruling. Oh, fuck. Just remember when you look back. Fukushima, fucking, just a hydrogen blast. Arnie Gundershield said so. Helen Caldecott says Japanese were tidy people. They cleaned it up. Chris Buzzley says the Pacific Ocean's a big fucking place. These fucking propped up fucking. Kevin Camps, yay, told me to my face, oh, I'm an abolitionist. That phony fucker. You're going to listen to these frauds. These guys are frauds. Haven't all this 5,000 days later, nearly, on Fukushima, you're still listening to those fraudsters? Well, Kevin Blanch told you fucking what took Lake Barrett on 60 Minutes to nearly 3,000 days. I told you in 1 hour. It takes the country 5,000 days to watch fucking an hour, 60 minutes. The place is an insane asylum. The fucking sheep are gone. It used to be that the CIA had to report to its government. The CIA had to report to its people. Now this fucking government reports to its masters. Control your master. 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 Oh, it's a fucking theater of puppets. The two choices are the Fukushima fucking cover-up kingpins. Fuck. Remember Trump met with a bee? I was at the White House that night. Why would a bee hurt him coming here? Then they met at Mar-a-Lago and blacked out the windows with Bob Crap. What? What do you think they're talking about? So their answer's been, I invented the term internet catalog. I've invented hundreds of fucking terms. But don't hang with me. You can't handle the truth. You don't want the fucking truth. I ain't gonna quit you. Run along, Johnny. Go to your next contemporary fucking sheep shit show. Because that's what it is. Fuck, it's imperialism. They have total control. The KENAI numbers. Why are they so important? So the worst number in the history of that fucking hallowed fucking sacred drainage for last year, 1975. It's what today? 23rd of June. We got a week and it's over. They're running fucking 25% lower than last year. We're probably going to come in around 1,400 for the fucking, and that doesn't concern you? Huh. Pacific Ocean dies. Stock market makes it. This is the greatest ecological collapse to a fucking ecology in human history. Fucking look at the tide pools. 2012. Just wasting. I'm still waiting. Tell me where wasting disease come from. Tell me. I'm still waiting. Oh, global warming. So you're telling me global warming started in 2012? Oh, the whale starvation. Look it up. The 75 fucking biologists. They came right out and fucking got together and says, yep, it was starvation, just like Blanch said. 2012. I'm the only person on earth that was calling it fucking starvation. I'm the only person on earth. I predicted it all. How about the heat dome over the Western United States? You're going to ignore the evidence? You're going to ignore the reality? You're going to ignore the real science? And so in theirs, what caused that? Global warming. So the starvation on the grays, global warming. Starvation on the humpbacks. Now remember, the ocean was so healthy on March 10th, 2011, that the humpbacks had been taken off the endangered species. Tide pools were fucking thriving. Record returns all the way from the Kenai, the Newshack, the fucking Fraser, British Columbia, the mighty, mighty beast Columbia. The Army Corps Engineers takes out the live cam in 2016. How many years ago was that? 8 years ago. It's still fucking down. What? They classify Kevin Blanch? Fucking the CIA? Fucking. Huh. Unbelievable. What is the CIA? It's a pseudo. Well, it's not even pseudo de facto. It's de facto imperialism. Edward Snowjob on 60 Minutes. Now, I thought he was going to Ecuador with Julian Assange. So that's what he's doing, him and Julian Assange. Julian Assange was the reporter who leaked the shit out. Edward Snowjob, remember? Now, remember, Edward Snowjob was in Japan. Him and his pole swinger, CIA Lindsay Mills, his wife. Wife split up, girlfriend split up. There, she goes to Hawaii to the bunker. Look at her bloodlines. How about Jill Stein? I'm the first guy started out in that. Look up her fucking parents. Whoa. She's green. I'm a rainbow striped giraffe. Snowjob's in Japan. In Japan. Him and Lindsay, right before Fukushima happened. They're in Japan. They split up, apparently. She comes home. He comes home, he quits the CIA. He's leaking everything to Julian Assange. WikiLeaks, it starts to come out. Edward Snowden lands on 60 Minutes. Wow. Sunday fucking propaganda media. Well, he's the self-proclaimed greatest hacker. No, he wasn't. That was the Aaron Swartz, who I knew personally. I was in the courtroom when Heyman and Ortiz, a bummer dumber who's signed the Lilly Ledbetter Act when he hammered fucking whistleblowers harder than anybody. Asked Megan Rice, put an 85-year-old nun for a peaceful protest at Y12 in prison for life. Turned down the fucking heat to 50 degrees to try to kill her. Not my words, her. I was at the trial. Hammers Aaron Swartz 35 years for a non-violent, peaceful, for just downloading the fucking server at MIT. Now, when a bee comes to the United States during the Obama series, first thing he did, Japanese PM to come to the United States once, is a major story. He goes to the MIT Media Lab. Now, the chip, so he's downloading everything. That's what he leaked to WikiLeaks. Why he comes home, he goes back to work for the CIA. He's in the bunker in Hawaii, Fukushima cover-up headquarters. He's downloading it. He sticks it in a Rubik's Cube. I think that's probably where he got the idea, was from Kevin Klein. I'll bet you, I'm not kidding you, I'll bet you they were all watching. And he flips it. He goes through the screen and didn't want the fucker to pick it up. So right as he gets to the screen, he walks through and goes, whoop. Probably the most athletic move Twiggy ever made. So he could leak it to anywhere in the world, to WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks starts to print some of it. So WikiLeaks and Snowjob leak it to Glenn Greenwald, or the fucking media. Now, Glenn Greenwald, the Fox News contributor, from what organization in imperialism fucking London? Piers Morgan fucking puppet? Didn't Piers Morgan replace Larry King? What? Didn't Larry King get set up by a girl from here? I went to elementary school with Maria Osmond and Don. Her friend? Oh yeah, look it up. What? The CIA took over the media? CNN? We're not media. This is the Celebrity Apprentice, the guy who ran this. I don't think Trump's ever been profitable for. He runs CNN. We're not media. Operation Foxconn News. How did they do it? How did they do it? One, by Jetstream. Two, by cable TV. Why would he hand it? Then who? The world class, who's won all the awards, billionaire born with a silver spoon so far up her ass, Laura? Now get this. Look up Laura's father. No. The MIT endowment. Now you know, I was Clyde Cooley's guy, the #1 finance professor in the country. I worked in that industry. I used to take high dividend yield stocks and roll puts underneath it. The guy who ran the endowment at Harvard, most famous one freaking ever, blah, blah. He just recently died of this AML leukemia. This is my point. The money, the wealth, the CIA connections, whatever, they get cancer too. They don't have a secret fucking pill. I don't fucking do commentary. I lived in the bone marrow transplant. The most elite bone marrow transplant leukemia unit in the world, with the fucking world class, the finest doctor in the fucking world. Thimble Peterson. I was given no chance. I have AML de novo with a fucking marker of 44. Open heart surgery twice. I have a pacemaker. 4 tats. I've got so many scars up me. It's unbelievable. He hands the chip to Laura, the filmmaker. She's the MIT endowment's billionaire's daughter. I asked Glenn Greenwald to his face at the University of Utah, how come you have all this information, you won't release any of it? He rent from me. All this fucking work I've done historically, boots on the ground, interviews with these fucking bootlickers, the only person on earth that's done that. I mean, I'd maybe get 25 views. Doesn't matter. It's like the research library here. In the old days, before they digitally fucking got high. So he hands it to them. Do you know how much of that chip is into the internet right now? Less than 1%. Glenn Greenwald protected it. It was a setup. Was it a setup or was Snow Job in on it? I think he got teed up. I don't know, but I thought he was going to Ecuador with Julian Assange. So Julian Assange, not free. Now, I thought that was a safe haven. International law protects that as a safe haven. What, they stormed it and took him out? Fuck. I don't know why he's fighting extradition. There's what they got him up against right now is worse than fucking. I don't think any jury would ever convict him. I think it's similar to fucking getting down with Ezra Pound. Go ask Ginsburg. I don't think they would ever convict him. He's already done his. I mean, they say he's going mentally fucking ill. I mean, talk about cruel and unusual punishment. So Snowjob's headed to Ecuador. How's he end up in Moscow? So I hacked in. I'm the world's greatest fucking hacker. I got to the top. It was on 60 Minutes. Found out there was another top. So I hacked into it. What's the other top? Global oligarchs. Now, where's he sitting? By the most powerful global oligarch on the planet? You know what fucking Tsar Poo-Poo's fucking thing? Tsar Putin, fuck anybody gets anyway, he just kills him. What do you think they do here? You think it's any difference here? I asked No Job. Right here, the Eccles Foundation in Park City, I went. They only let 10 questions in. One of my questions was let in. Of course, they searched you, went in, the whole 9 yards. You know, took any cameras, whatever. You released a document to The Guardian that said the CIA is not only just slandering and going after freaking activists, real ones all over the internet, they're actively trying to kill them. Puts his machine down. That's my fucking question. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. What do you think they've done to me? You don't think kicking me out Medicaid, after I fork over $1 million fucking dollars, is attempted murder? Michael Hawkins, LDS East, or excuse me, Ogden Regional Medical Center, comes right to me, and I'm bleeding out there, and it's my heart failing. And he says, go see your dentist. I forked over $1 million. Kicked off Medicaid while I'm in a bone marrow transplant unit. Who the fuck does that? No safety net. My heart collapses. I knew it was my valve, and I'm telling them, nobody will touch me, nobody treat me, because I have no safety net. And I haven't. I never got a fucking IT. I always thought an IT could come take my fucking raw footage every day, mix it, put it together, make a video every day. Help me out. I always thought that a lawyer would come along, a good one, and say, hey, I got leukemia, you know, or some oligarch, somebody with lots of money says, hey, I got diagnosed with fucking leukemia, I'm dying. You know, or somebody says, hey, you help me through. You know, I'm filthy, stinking rich. Here, let's do this. But no, the trolls, they hired teams of trolls. Do you really think, now think about how powerful an activist that was. I invented the million mass mark right there. 7 million people on the Fukushima disaster. You know, Danielle Willett, Matthew Stewart right here. Me and John Anthony Fairhurst, we invented it together. 7 million fucking people. We're what major fucking left, right? I mean, everybody in that movement had it figured out. They hired teams of trolls. There used to be dozens of Twitter feeds, Reddit feeds, Facebook pages, YouTube sites, 100% committed to slandering Kevin Blanch, Kevin D. Blanch, slandering me. You know, not just the ones that you know. I mean, we're talking in 2011, 2012, I was on UCY TV. I was their number one guy on UCY TV. They hired friendship baiters to come in and say they're friends, steal my ratings. Wait until I was in Europe and vulnerable, and I was having IT hacked all my sites. Fuck, remember when I was protesting at Livermore, California, and they hacked into my sites and told everybody that I was in jail in Cork, Ireland? I remember being at Livermore, and the guy called me. He says, Kevin, I watch your videos. He says, it's all over. Everybody's getting emails saying that you're in jail in Cork, Ireland. I live in Cork, Ireland. I need to come get you. I says, no, I'm in Livermore fucking bringing Star Power, protesting them. Wait until in 2015 on 200 Ash Waterloo, they trashed my sites and hijacked my fucking radio show in 2015. I used to be on Coast to Coast all the fucking time. I used to be on every fucking radio show there was there. I remember driving through the fucking desert in 2011 before I got cancer. And this girl I was with, and you know how you can pick up everything, and I think it was James Horrick's show, or it might have been one of the late night shows. Maybe it was Rents. I don't know, one of them. And she says, "Oh my God, listen to this." On Coast to Coast, she's picking it up. She says, "That sounds like you." Let's turn it back. I says, "That is me." And she says, "He's using it for my intro, some of my rants." I mean, I knew to use the intensity. I usually knew the word fuck for a reason. I knew. To hold retention. I used it, my backdrops, I put so much work in them, the fucking car on site, in place, fucking to hold retention. I was kicking their ass. I'm competing with Reuters, BBC, CNN, ABC, all the fraudsters. And, I mean, think about that. One guy, I had no IT. I had no help. I had no safety net. None. I mean, I had gone broke, almost lost my house. I don't know. Sleeping in a sleep bag on the fucking coast of California with my fucking phone with no money. I mean, I could barely scrape up enough fucking money to even eat. You know, I was a self-made millionaire. I never inherited a fucking dime. You know. You could ignore my rhetoric in the early days. This is full blown out meltdown. It's going to push these fucking suns in the Pacific. This is going to be the hottest, most radical, acute fucking heat source in the history of fucking mankind. It's going to boil the fucking ocean. It's going to kill the plankton. It's going to cause a chain reaction. It's going to cause a heat dome over the western United States, which I'm the guy that named it before it happened, the Great Western North America Heat Dome. I named it before it happened, just the greatest drought in 1,200 years, right? Direct bubble over, just like I said it would. It's going to fucking take out the plankton. It's going to be a fucking chain reaction. The steelhead salmon will go in 2011 and 12 meters because they go to sea 1 year. You won't see the collapse in the Chinook salmon until 2016. And records, everybody's laughing at me. Oh, fuck, I said it for myself. The more credibly I come, the more they squash me. Just like I said, off a cliff, 2016. Remember, we don't get dead tide pools, Kevin Blanch. How about my tide pool work? At historic low fucking tides. At low tides with historic football. And the most famous tide pools in fucking rough cut, organic, like you're supposed to do as a PhD. You got to have field work. You have to have observational fucking. First, you hypothesize the knowledge. These are full blown out fucking meltdowns. They're going to push this heat source into the Pacific Ocean. It's going to cause an acute fucking heat source. It's going to boil. It's going to kill the planes. It's going to cause a chain reaction. It's going to cause fire in the pine trees. Pine trees hold fucking radiation from the sun inside their needles. You ever throw them on the bonfire? That's how they stay green all year. This fucking heat's going to get him. It's going to cook him. It's going to kill him. It's going to cause fucking radical like you never seen fires. Oh boy. Spontaneous fires starting fucking thousand miles away. Just fucking, go talk to any fire marshal in California, in fucking northern Idaho, in fucking Oregon, fucking all in Washington. Go talk to them all here in Utah. They'll say, we never seen anything fucking like it. Never been anything fucking like it. You know, my buddy never caught a paper fish. That guy was so awesome. Remember, he used to help me, fucking the old timer in Oregon. Remember, he sent me that video. He's up in Oregon and the fire surrounding him. Did you know he burnt to death? Unfucking real. In his fucking little cabin up there, up along the road. All these numbers, the KENAI, the Nusha, the Fraser in British Columbia, the mighty beast, 3/4 of a mile long, the biggest drainage fucking one of them on the face of the planet, the biggest drainage in the Pacific Ocean, bar none. The mighty beast, Columbia. Fucking these numbers, fucking the Rogue, the Deschutes, the fucking Willamette, damn it, the fucking Jedediah Smith and the Klamath are right next to each other. One has dams, one does not. They're telling them out the Klamath now, but they're in symphony with each other. They're all in symphony. KENAI doesn't have any dams. They're in symphony. This is the greatest ecological collapse in fucking human history. Pacific Ocean dies, talking about fucking all in symphony. Now all the data's pointing in and fucking saying, yes, it's going to give you cancer, I said those days. I get fucking deadly, fucking given a death sentence. People slandering all over saying I'm faking my fucking cancer when I'm in a bone marrow transplant with a central line hanging out of my fucking jugular vein, sucked up to 119 pounds, no pigment in my eyes, blisters on my tongue, going in and out of a coma, and they're slandering and attacking a person like that fucking while it's going on, which are felonies in all 50 states. But dozens and dozens of red I mean, there were Reddit sure the fuck don't get it. Aaron Swartz started Reddit. Fucking, I mean, all these feeds everywhere just slandering me. Why? Come on. They were paid. I mean, unbelievable what they fucking done. You know, the son of a Special Forces Marine. The son of a fucking Omaha Beach fucking D-Day vet who raised my uncle. The son of the fucking the most decorated fighter pilot, the fucking chemist, the first shirt at fucking Japan. These are the men that raised me out on the fucking ranch on the fucking farm. You know, the BIS fucking ran this fucking show. Fuck, the slander and what they've done to me, who would have believed it? I remember Dr. Winterton right there teaching us about the Spanish flu. Just the fact that the Spanish flu, first case, he used to always say the Spanish flu came from the fucking biological weapon testing in fucking Europe. That was his thesis. He was a genius. He spent an entire fucking year. That's all we studied was the Spanish flu. Do you know the Spanish flu's first case that was reported? And it's called Spanish flu because Spain was neutral, remember? Franco is still alive. Franco, you a Salvador, are you a communist like Picasso? You self-proclaimed communist like Picasso? I certainly am. Not. Franco is still alive. Franco is still alive. Franco. They were neutral. That's why it's called. It has nothing to do with Spain. Do you know the first case was reported on 3/11, March 11th? No. Fukushima happens on 3/11, March 11th. Wait till you hear this one. I can't talk about where the demi come from, but I sure can talk what the fuck, because Google knows everything. And even Fauci says he doesn't know where it came from. Everybody says they don't know where it came from. Everybody for sure came here. They'll say, but you're not open to hypothesize. You're not open to explore. In science, you have to be open to hypothesize. You have to be. You can't be worried about getting it wrong. Your hypothesis is what it is. Then you have to get to work. You have to do field work. You have to do observation work. You have to do field work. I did 13 years of field work. Then you have to defend your work. And if your fucking field work and your hypothesis is right, then it will become the new knowledge. Which I called it Fuktonium. This energy's never been foreseen in the history of mankind. It didn't happen in Chernobyl. That was one fucking graphite reactor that fucking blew up to 780,000 men entombed, including mining underneath it. Where do you think these cores are? Oh, fuck, I saw the elephant. You never saw the elephant's foot. The fucking video camera they show on 60 Minutes, all these cameras that work on 5,000 days. Fuck, you see the video. There's a gaping hole in Unit 1. You can see it's just a gaping fucking hole. Where do you think it is? It's in the Pacific Ocean. This energy, they double Anderson, Vanderbilt, Kilpers, and boots on the ground. Sanjay Gupta practicing MD. They're on the ground in March 12, 13, 14, 15, fuck Fukushima in 2011. Using the word Fukushima meltdowns, Fukushima meltdowns, Fukushima meltdowns over and over and over and over. Day 6, you know, the wind's blowing out over us. Barack Obama in the White House lawn. The greatest, second greatest lie in human history. Third greatest lie, Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. The second biggest lie in human history, Barack Obama, March 17th, 2011, outside the White House. I never promised you a row garden. Scientists, the plume is coming over us right now. Now, you know, I used to own the domain Plumegate. You know, that's my work. Me and Tony's down there, what they did to him. Yeah, that's him. Plumegate's us. You know, remember we put all that us? You know, Shane Russell, Marina Burke, fucking, it was us doing it. Jan Miskin McClown was a reporter. What happened to her? She was a setup. I mean, Barack Obama. The plume from Fukushima is coming over us right now. Scientists tell us there's no need to take precautions. It's safe. His family's already in South America. He flew out later that day to South America. The exact same moment, his aide, Cheryl Mills, was sending out emails into the inner circle in the Beltway in the CIA fucking clan, which Snowden, WikiLeaks reported. The plume is coming over us right now. It's radioactive. If you've been outside, wash your clothes. Take some iodine tablets. Don't go outside. Play it safe. The exact same time. So you don't think he knew? What's the fucking third biggest lie? Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction parading out on Sunday mornings. That's the second biggest lie in human history. I was working right over there. Right up there. And we know now that the plume 65 hammered right here. I got cancer. I got fucking hammered. You can go ask my own doctor, and I don't do opinion. I lived inside there. I lived inside there. He'll tell you, we never had such a radical, acute fucking outbreak ever like we did in 2011 right here in Utah. You know, there was 44 of us went in that unit. Radical fucking, you know, I'm the only one alive. And that's how many died because of Barack Obama's lie. We weren't able to take precautions because he lied. What's the greatest lie in human history? Well, let's see. CIA Bill Gates, who stole the operating system right here, was invented here. We had a trial against Bill Gates in Utah on 11/11/11. Why were you there protesting, Kevin? I was in the bone marrow transplant center dying of fucking cancer. Going in and out of a fucking coma. The survival rate of what I have is less than 1%. Huh? Too sick for a transplant. The chemo took out my aortic valve. I've had open heart surgery twice. No one would treat me. Telling Colada over here, it's shooting down my arms. I could feel it. It fucked 5 years. Didn't even have a car. I'm walking. I'm dying. I'm still doing my work while I'm deathly fucking ill and sick. My fucking heart's failing from the valve. They replaced it in 2016. 2017, open heart surgery went right when I'm in the boat doing videos showing you fucking. Had my daughter shooting videos right as I fucking woke up out of the surgery. You don't want open heart surgery. I mean, I have a scar from here to my belly button. From here to here. I have my Fukushima fish hook, my central line here. 4 tattoos on me. I got scars so fucking all over me. They're slandering me when I'm in that unit. Fucking. And nobody protects me? Felonies in all 50 fucking states. No one protects me? I'll tag this to salmon catastrophe numbers on the KENAI. It's almost over. We're barely over 1,000 for the day, for the week. So outrageous what the CIA's done. They've got control of this country. Who's the CIA? Pseudo de facto imperialists? They're not even pseudo de facto. They're facto imperialists. They hijacked our country, looting wealth. You think it's a coincidence Bill Gates is on the Sunday morning fucking shows? Fucking promoting fucking this, and then Price Anderson, the Immunity Act. I remember Jay Glenn, our senator here, he spent his entire career fighting fucking Price Anderson. You go talk to every rank and file fucking politician in Utah, they don't even know what Price Anderson is. And by the way, they all fucking voted to extend it another 20 years. It's called the Immunity Act. Bill Gates is going to get flooded all kinds of money for his fairy tale up there. I tried telling those 2 security guards this. Fucking just goons. Oh, you should have seen those goons. And I tried having a conversation. I violated my own rule yesterday. Never protested at these dangerous fucking sites by yourself. The camera's up, you know, and I stood right on the side of the road. They wouldn't even let me. I mean, Bill Gates apparently owns the fucking federal grounds, the state fucking grounds. He owns Wyoming now. You know, who would believe that Wyoming fell for it? You know, the whole country fell for it. When they could cover up fucking at least 3 full core fucking meltdowns, and these bootlickers go along with it. Caldecott says the Japanese are tidy people, they cleaned it up. Bullshit. Busby said, fuck, the Pacific Ocean's a big place to dilute. Fucking Dr. Winterton right there. When it comes to nuclear fallout, anybody that ever uses the word the solution to pollution is dilution, you know they're a fraud immediately. Nuclear fallout does not dilute. It actually grows over time. The legendary biologist. The legendary marine biologist, Kevin Blanch, probably the most important, famous. I remember being in Monterey tide pulling one day, and this surfer comes up, Mavericks. He'd been at Mavericks. He comes down, and he says, yelled at me, he says, "Oh, you're the tide pool guy," and I'm standing right on Doc Ricketts' things, and I says, "Well, what do you think of my work?" I told him. He says, "It's unbelievable." I says, "You know about Doc Ricketts right here?" "Yeah." He went to the University of Chicago. He never studied marine biology. He don't have a degree. He says, he looked right at me. He says, "I grew up right here. I grew up in Monterey. I grew up on this peninsula." He says, "You're 10,000 times what fucking Doc Ricketts ever dreamed of being. Thank you for your work. Can I buy you a beer?" "Yeah." Those any more people, they just kind of look at me. Everybody recognizing that, just kind of look at me like, it's just the internet. It's just YouTube. It's just the will. It's just fire. How did they do it? Operation Foxconn News, CNN, The Celebrity Apprentice. And our two choices, filmed in Ogden, Utah, my buddy Butch Chavez's bar, who passed away. I got to meet those guys. I got to drive the Muck Up van. Alan Blanch Plaza, he was my lead man. He owned that bar on West 24th Street. It's filmed here in Ogden, Utah, Dumb and Dumber. Bush dumb. Oh, bummer dumber. Trump dumbest. Got to tell you, I just found out about that internet kettling when he signed the bill to create internet kettling. It's called net neutrality. But old sliding man by Biden, he's going to fix it. There's no change. There'll be no change. Down the stretch we come. Fucking triple fucking dead heat for fucking ignorance. Can more than one horse win the fucking Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont? Can more than one horse win the Triple Crown? Of course not. Oh, wait a minute. It's statistically possible. Remember, I was the stats guy. I was the Bill Russell of the #1 school business in the country, the public, beating Wharton at the same time Wharton, that Elon Musk is at Wharton. They're our sister school. Look it up. I was it. I have the last letter organization the legendary finance Dr. Cooley ever wrote. It's in the Park and Water Library right there. I used to tell Lee when he rolled in, Lee, what'd you put in his tea? Out of nowhere, right when we get the NBA, he drops dead. Something gets into his brain. What the fuck is that even possible? He was all about ethics. He was all about integrity. He was all about, I did the due diligence on the nuclears. Kevin, I have the highest fucking test scores he ever gave. I remember he drove all the way up to the site I was doing because I was plastering at the same time I was going to school, working for the hedge fund. If you haven't noticed, I wear out pairs of boots. If you ain't noticed the way I can go, oh boy, I've always been that way. I can walk, chew gum, flip a fucking soup can, and fucking hang out at the pool with the fucking girls all at the same time. How come you're a BIS student? You got the highest score I ever fucking gave in my... Nobody gets a perfect score, ever. I've never gave a perfect score in the history of my... How come you're not a finance major? You're BIS. Because I like art. And I